Hello, I want to talk to you today about our ecosystem community and also about our ecosystem themes. These are two critical elements for the way that we work as an organisation. Our ecosystem community is about representing and reflecting views and needs of a range of capital allocators, primarily focused at pension funds, but expanding out to other institutional investors, as well as the investment chain of actors that they rely on and depend on in order to execute their investment decisions. It's also incredibly important for being able to execute on sustainability and to be able to create system change. A lot of people rely on fiduciary duty and on beliefs, particularly investment beliefs, from trustees and other types of institutional investors in order to create new investment product, new investment approaches, and to pivot the way that we are working and are incentivized. So including all of these actors is incredibly important to be able to create the type of shift we need to see in order to create better responses and outcomes in relation to people and planet. Then we also have our ecosystem themes. Now, why do we have ecosystem themes? We have a whole range of different sustainability frameworks, impact frameworks. We aren't, as an organisation, trying to add to that complexity. But what we have done is look at the work we have been doing from a training perspective and in research across our membership, as well as the events that we do since our inception in 2017, to really understand what works and what resonates for what we're trying to achieve and making this actionable. So we have 6 clear ecosystem themes. Those are system and governance change, impact integration, climate innovation, biodiversity natural capital, place lens, and people value. In total, these cover the majority of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, but really about thinking about system inputs. So people and planetary resources, as well as frameworks that help to build this sustainability into an investment framework. Now, what do we do with the ecosystem themes? The ecosystem themes are used for any of our members uploading content. They also are the mechanism through which we channel all of our training, our research, our impact lens research, as well as our events throughout the year, our annual symposium, our awards. So everything goes through the lens of these different ecosystem themes. And that's really important because what we're trying to do here is to encourage a different way of thinking, a different behavioural nudge for looking at and managing sustainability approaches that really looks at and thinks about systemic risks and opportunities. And we have to do that by being the change. So as an organisation, we believed it was important to do this for our members to help them navigate what is an incredibly complex investment landscape now. So the ecosystem themes will drive research, we'll have community interest groups that have already launched, and we are setting about having meetings. And then we're also doing training as well in these areas. We're doing this by collaborating across our members and with wider industry. And we are also using the feedback that we get, the research that we do across these themes to inform policy and advocacy work. It's really, really important that we learn continually from this and then build that into the way that we create policy and the way that we regulate ourselves, because that needs to change. It's dynamic and we are constantly learning. It's part of a feedback loop. These ecosystem themes do not sit in silos. It's really important that we look at the interconnection between these different themes. So for instance, people value and biodiversity natural capital are inextricably linked with each other and are interdependent. And so we use the knowledge that we build in each of the themes to inform what we know and think in the other themes. And so it really requires a systems level approach to thinking about the themes and about the way we work, as well as across different stakeholders, which is the point of the ecosystem community. So we'd really love you to join us if you're not already a member. But if you are a member, really try to get involved with the different community interest groups, start to look at the research and how that's developed, and take advantage of the opportunities to come to our events and develop new thinking around the ecosystem themes. I'm glad to have had this opportunity to talk through all of it with you, and we will be publishing a white paper on the ecosystem theme development in the near future. Thank you.